Episode of BGH Plays. My name is Evan, and I am going to be playing Mighty Number 9. Now, I know that before this, I had played Resident Evil Remake for PS4. I've been having a lot of problems with that game. It either shuts down on me, it doesn't save my progress, I don't know what's going on. I think I sent an email to Sony just to be like, what's the deal? Haven't heard anything back. But I figured, I know this isn't a horror game, but Mighty Number 9 has been something that's been sort of frustrating, and I wanted to kind of explain why. But, quick announcement, my big plan is to do Resident Evil 4 on PS4 when that comes out, I believe, at the end of this month, because that game is amazing, and I think we could have a lot of fun playing that together, if everybody else who watches plays and everything. But, let's do Mighty Number 9. So, I've dabbled in this a little bit, as you'll see. Played like a little less than an hour before, but this is the like quote-unquote replacement for Mega Man, because obviously people loved Mega Man and wanted it to be, you know, a new thing. So I don't know though, if you've played the game or you've heard about it at all, you've heard probably the frustrations that people have with it. I'm definitely one of those people. I was really excited for this game because I love Mega Man and I want nothing more than for Mega Man to do really well. So it's frustrating that they made a game that just doesn't really live up to that. So as you'll see, kind of the mechanic is you shoot just like Mega Man did, but you have this little like dash ability that you use to get around. It's kind of, the concept alone is kind of interesting. The problem is that it's not implemented well at all. So you'll see that like, it seems like I'm just terrible at it sometimes. And that's probably semi-true, but it's frustrating because you should be able to, there should be like a learning curve to the game that they just don't give you. So you kind of have to be an expert right off the bat. And even, like, I've seen people that have played this for a long time and have really gotten used to it. And even they have a lot of trouble just with normal kind of situations and stuff. I'm actually not doing that bad right now, but trust me, you'll see. When I get to the boss, it just feels like really frustrating. There are definitely mechanics in it too that, like, conceptually sound interesting, but, like, in actual gameplay don't really make a lot of sense. And that's frustrating too, because, you know, you want, obviously we wanted a really great Mega Man replacement because, you know, people that like Mega Man know that it's pretty rough to, you know, to have a franchise that you love and did really well, and then to be told by the people that make it that no one cares about it anymore, which, you know, obviously isn't true because they made a whole other game that was basically a copy of it, just not done well. So it's kind of the same setup where you have different bosses each world. I still have not beaten one boss because you'll see when we get there. The way that you do it is pretty frustrating. Alright, cool. Bye. Yeah, I don't care. The voice acting's terrible too. Which, you know, Mega Man has kind of goofy stuff too, but there's a charm to it that this game just does not have. So it's annoying. Man, gosh.
Bring it on. Bring it
on. Yeah. See, I can't even talk and play this because it's just frustrating. Let me tell you. And this fire is not letting me up. Get out of my way. So, yeah, the way that the bosses are set up are you have to specifically hit them in a very, very specific spot, and that's frustrating because there are several bosses that kind of do this weird thing where they jump. I just died. Lovely. They do this thing where they'll get way out of your range of shots, so you can't actually hit them, nor can you dash at them, which is the big component of the game, is to like dash into an enemy once you've defeated them. And that's kind of where the frustration lies, I think, for a lot of people, is that, you know, sometimes like you're in a flow and then you have to stop to dash, which just seems weird because dashing is sort of a staple of the Mega Man franchise that makes you feel like you're really in control. So to kind of take that and skew it into something that just feels like a chore seems really annoying. And sometimes if you don't do it fast enough, it doesn't count, and that's annoying because, you know, you're trying to just get like over this fire, like I can't get it to do exactly what I want it to do. And that's, I keep using the same word, but it's frustrating. I mean, that's the only thing I can think to say, is it's just frustrating. Ooh, this part.
Heat has compromised the integrity of nearby structures. Please proceed with caution.
So, I don't know. Anyway, so the more enemies that you defeat, the more kind of power you get. I'm not gonna try dashing for this. I tried that once and it did not go well. It just did not. I'm gonna let this happen, I don't care. Kill those dudes. Yeah, it just becomes a very frustrating experience, so I don't know why they made it this way. I really don't. I tried to really give it a chance. I was told by a lot of people that know that I like the franchise. See, this is so cheap. I was told by a lot of people that had been able to review the game. Like one guy I work with specifically who got to review the game before it came out. He told me like, you're not gonna like it. It's not like Mega Man at all. Like it feels like a cheap kind of send up. And you know what? He's 100% right. It's completely a cheap send up, and that's frustrating because, you know, we were expecting something that actually is playable. So, like I said, I have been maybe to this boss once, and I don't know why they made it so damn hard. And trust me, like, I love a challenge like the next person, but I also like a challenge that feels like it's your fault for not doing it right. You know, not like, oh, the game just doesn't want you to try to do anything. You know, that's where I think a lot of people, see? There's no way to do that, like, quickly. Okay. I'm gonna try a different level, because, like, this is what I mean. It's just, it's like, I'm not a bad video game player, and that's what's frustrating, is that it's hard to tell when you're watching it, but, like, when I was just doing that, I could not get it to... I could not get it to dash the way I wanted to. He either just dashes short bursts or long bursts, but you really have no control over that. So you feel kind of helpless when you're jumping from platform to platform. I think this is the boss on this level that I got like the closest to defeating, but I had to use like so many health tanks, which just kind of ruins the purpose. I don't know. There's just no... You just feel like there's no real strategy to this, and that's what's frustrating, is that... And this looks terrible. It's like murky and gross. Like, that's not cool. I don't know. It just does not... This is not a Mega Man game, or even something that resembles it, and that's what's really annoying, is that this is supposed to be our, like, we're never making Mega Man again, but hey, we have Mighty Number 9, so here you go. And this game was kickstarted, I believe, so... We wouldn't even, like, people paid their own money on top of getting the game to have it made, and this is what they made, and this is what's frustrating, because it feels a little bit like you're being cheated. So, and I know some people don't care, and that's fine, but, like, as a Mega Man fan, I'm sure that you can understand that there are franchises that you love that have been kind of, you know, thrown under the bus, and that's... Even if I don't like the franchise you're talking about, I feel bad for you, because I get it. This happened with Silent Hill, too. It's just every game after the fourth one, when they changed developers, was terrible. And we were told, like, this is how it's supposed to be now, so deal with it. But, I don't know. It's not fair, and I don't like it. I don't know how I did that just now, because I've tried it. I remember the first time I played that level, I was trying to get that to happen like 400 times, and I could never get it to work. Let's climb. Ew, what is that? I don't like those.
It's not just the entrance. The entire place is like one giant
Really?
This is Mario's handiwork, all right.
Good! The other thing, too, is this game is kind of built on combos, but the thing is like... so that means like, you know, oh, move fast, like go through the level as fast as you can. But the game is so perilous that there's no way to do that. Like, there are so many jumps that you have to make, or like weird defyings of gravity, and they don't actually work. Like, you actually have to be really careful about what you do. And the idea that they're like, oh no, you just do whatever, is kind of crazy, because there's no way to actually make that happen. So I don't know why they think like, yeah, just run through the level, be really fast, build up combos was a great way to make this game, because honestly, there's no way to get have that happen. So I don't know. And I feel like there's no skill. The bosses are interesting, but they're also really cheap. It's really weird. It's one of those experiences that it's almost hard to describe. And like, even when I'm showing you, I still don't feel satisfied in understanding it. It's like you have to pick up the game yourself and really see where it's going. So okay, just get... Okay, these things are the worst, and I don't like them. Okay, that was health, so I'm upset. That's the thing, too, is I'm not even having fun. Like, the point of this is to be like, this is really fun! And literally, like, I can't even talk because I'm just so stressed out that I'm gonna fall and have to start all over again. You're a loser, so you need to die. Okay, great. Oh, there that goes. No! Okay. I get it. I'm terrible. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know, guys. Oh. Health. Yeah, I would love to know if people have played this game and how they feel about it. I don't know. I mean, I'll say this, but I hate people say this. Just because we like horror movies doesn't mean we only play horror video games. I love horror video games, but I also love things like this. I actually play things like Mega Man more than I play anything else because it just relaxes me. Or Pokemon. And I mean Pokemon Go, but I also mean just like the regular games. Like, I have no shame in saying that I still play the regular Pokemon games because I think they're a blast. And inventive and better than other things that are out right now. But anyway, my frustration is that this was not handled in a way that feels like fan service by it. It feels a little bit like we're being shaken over for money. And I hate when people say that because I've had experiences where, you know, there's been a game that's come out and I thought, it's not the best, but it's really not that bad. But this one is just, it really feels like, you know, it really feels like we're not being paid attention to, no one cares. And I know that that's probably an experience that people have had in a lot of different ways in life, but I think I only have time to try this boss once, so let's see how it goes. Plus, it's like a little kid, I don't know, it's weird.
You just refuse to chill out, don't you, Run?
Okay.
I'm sure it's nothing a little cold shower won't cure.
And what's gonna be a cold shower? I don't know. Okay, thanks. I get it. I don't know what any of that data means. Alright, so you'll see, like, I'll try to shoot. And... so you'll see, like, I'm doing damage to the boss, right? This is what I'm talking about. So, I'm doing damage. And that's great and all, but you'll see in a minute, she's gonna start glowing like other enemies do, where it's like that. So I have to dash into her. If I didn't do that just now, she would have regained all of her health, and I would have had to deal with that twice. So as you can see, like, this is a pretty straightforward fight in the sense that she doesn't really do a lot of crazy stuff, but like, I can't... See, there we go. This is ridiculous. I don't know, guys. Anyway, thanks for watching. I tried my best. And hopefully I can get this done for you at some point. But I'll talk to you next week with a different game, hopefully Resident Evil 4. But peace out.